Good morning. This is Kamera again. We're on day number 155, Job chapter 11 through 13. So as I'm reading Job, this third friend come about, Zophar. He's the one who's going to be talking to Job today. But as I'm reading it, I'm wondering that first part of Job, like when it talks about the interaction between God and Satan, I wonder how we would read Job if that part right there was not left out, but maybe put toward the back, toward the conclusion, to let us know, why Job went through this, instead of telling us, before why Job is going through that, because it makes it difficult to read what his friends are saying to him. They are accusing him. So far, Eliphaz and Bildad has accused Job. They feel like they're right. And now Zophar is talking, and he's saying that Job is babbling. Remember, Job is basically telling them, leave him alone. He feels that he has the right to complain about his suffering. And he says he want to talk to God about his situation. So his friends are basically telling him, you're babbling. You are just babbling on. And, you're basically mocking God. God would tell you you are not right. God is punishing you. This is all Zophar is telling him. God knows who's false. See, this is the thing, though. God does know when we're false. God would allow the enemy to punish us. We saw that in the earlier books, that when the children of Israel stepped out of the will of God, he allowed the enemy to punish them. So this is the thing, though. We are to know that Job was blameless, that he hated evil. He stayed away from it. We know this. So it's kind of hard to receive what Zophar is saying, because this does not pertain to Job. And so he says stuff like, get rid of your sin, then you'll be stronger, you'll be free from fear, you'll forget your misery, that type of thing. You'll be strengthened because you've gotten rid of your sin and your confidence is in God. Yeah, you're going to feel bolder, you're going to feel more free. But again, this doesn't pertain to Job. So it's hard for us to accept it. Now imagine if that first few, they call it in some books, epilogue or pre-story or what have you, just before Job loses everything. The interaction, even further down that second test, when any interaction that God and Satan had, if that would have been maybe put to the back, we'll be listening to Zophar, Bildad, and Eliphaz. We'll be like, yeah, that's right. That's true. And we'll be right there with them saying, yeah, Job, if you just do that, you had to have lost everything because of your sin. Yeah, God has punished you. We really would, honestly. So I wonder why God put that in the beginning, to show us that us as children of God or believers, that we can't be judgmental, not knowing the whole story. Something to think about. And so they're saying, the stuff they're saying is okay, but not pertaining to Job. It's not okay to tell people that who's going through either. You don't do that when people are going through. And so Job is basically like, you guys think you know everything. And he's like, you're no better than I am. Who doesn't know what you're saying? Who doesn't know this? He said, but I am a just man and I'm a blameless man, yet you laugh at me? Seriously? He knows his relationship with God. He knows. You know your relationship with God as well. He's not getting defensive because he's wrong. He's getting annoyed because they are definitely wrong. And so he's like, people at ease, people doing good, it's so easy for them to mock people who are in trouble. That's true, though, when you think about it, right? He says they give them a push. They give them a push them even further. He says they give a push to people who are stumbling. That is true, though. How are you uplifting me if you're saying all this stuff like this? I'm going through. How are you helping me? Right? Kick me while I'm down. That's what his boys are doing. They're kicking him while he's down. He says, every living thing knows that I have done anything that this disaster, it comes straight from God. And he says true wisdom and understanding also comes from God. He says, when God destroys, can't nobody rebuild it. If he holds back the rain, the earth becomes a desert. If he releases the water, the earth becomes a flood. So he knows the power of God. He knows that everything, strength and wisdom are his. All this comes from God. I know who God is. He said, I've basically witnessed some of these things. And he says, I want my cases with God, I want to talk to God. You smear me with lies. Say, you're worthless. That's what he tells his friends. You're worthless. You're smearing me with lies. You're accusing me of these falsehoods. He said, just be quiet. And some things you'll be like, just shut up. Shut up, right? That's what you really want to say. Just shut up. He says, the wisest thing you could do is just shut up. He says, are you trying to defend God, really, with these lies? Really? He said, what would happen if God heard you doing, if God found out you were doing this? What do you think he'd do? Seriously. Because they're in error. And this is the thing. Even if you feel like you're right, be careful. Be careful. And so he's like, be silent and leave me alone. I want to speak to God. My case is with God. And, during the time that he's talking to the guys who are with him, I would say his friends, during the time he's talking to them, sometimes you just call out to God. God, just tell me what I've done wrong. Just tell me. I'm like Job. I believe God created everything. God has power over everything. And if something happens to me, I honestly believe that God let it happen. So, Lord, what's up? What is it you want to teach me through this? What are you telling me? What do you want me to learn from this? So I would go to him, right? Satan knows how to get to us, or he keeps trying till he figure it out. But it is God who gives us the wisdom to understand how to overcome Satan, or to, keep us focused on God. Like one of the things Satan says, well, of course Job is going to serve you. I mean, why wouldn't he? You have a hedge around him or a wall around him. Duh, Satan, you doggone right. I'm a child of God. Yes, that's one of the benefits. God will protect me and keep me safe. But when something happened to me, I look at him and say, what's up, God? What is this all about? And so, yeah, a lot of people give Satan a lot of credit, but he can't do anything without God's, permission. And so I go to God. And he said Job was blameless. His friends are right there in his ear. Satan has no mercy. He attacked the man by taking all of his donkeys, his cows, his oxen, his camels, destroyed all of those, killed all his servants, killed his children. Now he's attacked his body, attacked his mind. He can't even sleep. Now he has the physical voice of Satan in his ear through his friends, just accusing him. Satan has no mercy, and Job is right. Get out my face, leave me alone. I know who my God is. I love the fact when you think about it, he's reminding himself who God is. I know who God is. God is the one who has control over everything. And you have to do that, guys. You have to remind yourself who you serve. You got to remember how majestic and how marvelous he is and what he does and what he's capable of doing. And so in this case right here, Job said, Lord, just tell me what I did wrong. I just want to talk to you. This is between me and you. So there we have it. And listen to the voices in his head, right? The voice in his head of his wife saying, why don't you just curse God and die? What about that voice in your head, right? Why even serve a God who's allowing this to happen? That voice, right? That voice. Just like Job, you better keep on putting it out there. I know who God is between me and him. And when you have a problem with God, you take it to him. Don't go around and talk about it. Oh, that's the God you serve. Yeah, that's the God I serve. Go ahead, reinforce your understanding of God so that you can stay focused on who have full control over your life. Okay? So there we have it, guys. Day 155. Job chapter 11 through 13. You have a God-filled blessed day.